Hello and welcome to the Gaming Chronicles. Today we will begin playing Simon the Sorcerer, the 25th Anniversary Edition. And this game was released first in 1993 by AdventureSoft, a British gaming company. And this is a very British game with its parody, with its humor, and I should say parodies, and many things therein. Now, even though this is the 25th Anniversary Edition, I will be playing it on the original settings. Just because it's what I played on as a kid. That was my experience, and the voices that they added in the 25th anniversary, they're just fine. It's just they're so different than what I had ingrained in my head that I assigned myself to the characters when I was playing through that I I found it distracting actually. So we'll be playing the game with the original settings so that it looks like it did back in 1993. And I thought about doing it on the MS the DOS box or one of the emulators, but I figured that this will work just fine. So anyway, let's go ahead and without further ado, get the game started. AdventureSoft presents Simon the Sorcerer. And thinking back how I ran across this game, it was totally by chance. I was in a local mall in an outlet shop or something, and I just happened to run across this. And I thought it looked cool, and I asked for it for Christmas, I think, and I ended up getting it for Christmas. And it was a very pleasant surprise, and I was very eager to play this game just because the box showed um, the illustrations and the graphics a little bit, that you could see, and I thought that the game looked really cool, and it did not disappoint. There were many things that may not have been groundbreaking with this game. I don't know, because I don't have the history of computer gaming memorized, by all means, but there were many things graphics wise, quality of life wise, just feature wise, really is what I should say, that I had never encountered in an adventure game that I thought was really cool. But anyway, as Simon is doing the opening credits with his little magic show, one thing that is pretty common with his practice of magic is that whenever he tries intentionally to do something cool or awesome, it usually, no, it doesn't end in disaster, but it never ends up the way he wants it to. And then when things do work out, or if something cool does happen, and that's a nice little wink that she gives. I didn't even have time to get her phone number. Okay. Yeah. Um, So he usually can never do something that's really awesome or amazing on purpose. It's usually, if it does happen, it's by accident or just by dumb luck. But he has a lot of that in these games. Now for the woman again. I think this will be a good illustration of, yep, just that. So instead of getting the woman again, he gets that hideous whatever. So anyway, I think the credits are just about done, and then we'll get into the game itself. I think this was the first game that I had ever purchased that came with music like this. Um, and I think that back then you had to have what do they call them, a sound blaster? I can't remember. To have the music and the sound effects. So here in our actual opening cutscene, we have Chippy who's trying to get into the chest because there's a spell book inside, which um, Simon received both Chippy and the spellbook for his birthday. The spellbook was unintentional. So what happened, what this cutscene doesn't show, was that Simon's parents they found Chippy with the spellbook like on the doorstep in a basket or something. But anyway, the parents were like, well, Simon wanted a dog for his birthday, so they took the dog and gifted it to Simon for his birthday. Not a safe idea maybe per se. But then What the manual says here, I believe, if I remember correctly, is that Simon actually reads a spell from the book, inadvertently opening the portal, which Chippy goes into first, of course, and then Simon follows thereafter. However, complications arise when these four gentle goblins use this incantation to have magic paper bring food. So he casts the spell, and instead of Simon going where he was supposed to, which is where Chippy went, he ends up right in the middle of this stone table where these goblins are. How do you do? Down food. They even incorporate humor into cooking a human being alive. There you go. There you have it. A little bit of lightheartedness into. Oh, there's Chippy, saving the day, and off runs Simon. It's like, why didn't they run after him? I guess they can't run very fast, maybe. So here Simon arrives safely in the village where. Oh, here we go. Dear Simon, I am pleased to announce that you have been chosen from literally hundreds of hopeful candidates to perform a death-defying but extremely worthwhile quest for which you will be rewarded quite a lot. All you have to do is rescue me from the hands of the evil sorcerer, Sordid. Feel free to use my extremely valuable spellbook and dog to assist you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Wish you were here. Love and kisses, Calypso. Grand High Wizard of the village of Fleur Deli. Not to be confused with Fleur de Lis. You must become a wizard. There are some wizards hanging around in the local tavern who can help you. P.S. Use this magic postcard and map to help you. Oh, great. Stuck here in this stinking world in these stinking clothes. And not a pizza bar in sight. Luckily, this is just a dream, or I'd be really worried. Yep. So now we are free to move about and walk around. One thing I really like about this game was the simplicity of the point and click, the commands. They're all right down here. Inventory is all right here, and I actually liked this better than like the King's Quest. What did it start at 4? But 5 and 6 in particular, where you have to go up here to like get your inventory and stuff. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let's look at things, and let's first look at our little doggy. Oh yeah, by the way, Chippy is not useful anymore. He did save our life, but that's it. Like, he's done. he did what he came to do. He brought us to this world because the dog is actually Calypso's dog, as the letter indicates. And so now Chippy, he's just gonna chill by the fire for the rest of the game. So I don't think that there's anything to this magic tapestry. So yeah, we'll just ignore that. Let's open the drawer. Ah, yes, the scissors. Okay, let's go ahead and close the drawer. And, oh look, it's a fridge. So this game, well, this parallel world that they've created in this game has a lot of stuff like this, just random modern devices, which, let's see, we need that magnet. Which, as you play the game, you start to understand that the wizards that live in this parallel dimension / world, that they probably have a lot to do with bringing these random modernized gadgets, devices, appliances here, because I don't think we need any of this stuff. Yeah, it's just a pile of junk. All right, so that's all in here. Let's go ahead and move on along. But anyway, it's like the wizards of this parallel world. They have the ability to like jump dimensions, time travel. I don't know what all their abilities are. Let's see. We need that rope. No one will miss this old thing. I hope so. Ropes can be highly useful. And then let's see this little thing we need. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember most everything, if not everything, about this game. We'll see. I don't think he'll talk to us yet. Yeah, he just works and works and works and just ignores us until we have something to actually give him to do. Alrighty, so we have a dodgy geezer here, and that was one of the many vocabulary words that I learned playing this game, and that is to say, like British English words, because that's not a term that we use in the United States. And so when I saw that mouse went on the mouse over, um, I love wagon wheels, but we can't pick it up. Anyway, if we look at the ladder, here's another one that confused me. You can up it or down it, right? We don't say that in the United States. You say it in the UK, but in the US, it's just you go up a ladder or you go down a ladder. You don't up a ladder or down a ladder. That's just a small difference in, in British versus American English. So in here we have the Druid's hut, right? This is the Druid's hut. And there are a couple of things we need. We need this cold remedy. Oh, and another thing about this game, superpowered elephant cold remedy, is you cannot die. There's no way to die in this game. So it was very friendly as far as um, it was a very forgiving adventure game, right? It wasn't like King's Quest where there's a million ways to die. And if there's something that Simon can't do, he'll say something like that. If you can't pick it up, it's too big for me. If he can't move it or doesn't want to move it, he'll say something like, I don't see the point. Let's see, there's, yeah, we need that jar. Basically, Simon stops you from doing something that could possibly get you killed or something like that. They look just like the ones my brother grows. Yeah, so I think we all know what those suspicious herbs are. Let's just go ahead and move on since there's nothing else in here for us to look at or interact with. But one thing that going back to this game and how, for me, it was, I guess for me personally, it was a groundbreaking game because of the many new things that were new to me or things that stood out to me. And one of them was the level of detail to the graphics and the art, the illustration. Like the level of detail of the thatching of the straw here, right? And I don't know how to describe it. It was just like, wow, this is really cool. That visually it was just so cool. They have really good contrast at a low budget. I think it's locked, right? We can't open it yet. Okay, that's what I thought. And I can never get through all that. Okay, yeah, I remember how to get through. Okay, I remember this. Anyway, and so just the vibrancy of the colors and the art and the graphics, that was one thing that stood out to me. So anyway, we won't talk to this guy yet. We'll talk to him later. Let's look at this statue. I think Simon has a comment about it, doesn't he? I wonder why there's no graffiti on it. Yeah. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on. Yeah, we'll talk to this guy later. We'll go into the shop later as well. We don't need to go in there right now. Alright, looks like we've arrived at the local tavern. The Drunken Druid, that's right. Let's open the door. Alright, and as all taverns are, or most taverns are in adventure games or RPG games or whatever games, this is a very good source of information. Oh, and look at this. It has a fruit machine. I wonder what this is doing here. Can we use it? Yeah, I didn't think so. 20 quarters. So, funny story about this. When I first encountered this in a game as a I don't know how old I was, 11, 12, when I very first played this game, and I thought that it was a fruit machine that actually sold fruit that dispensed and you could eat. And then later, I think it was several years later that I learned that a fruit machine is just what in the UK they call a poker machine or slot machine, depending on what it is. So anyway, that was something that was like, oh, interesting. All right, it makes sense, right? That they would have something, you would expect something like that in a, I don't know, in a modern bar or something. Good morrow, lad. Alrighty. What do we want to ask him? Oh, and this was another thing, the conversation, right? How you can pick your conversation pieces and how the NPC will respond depending on what you say. So I thought that was a really cool part of this game as well. Let's ask him about Calypso. Nah. Collecting magical ingredients. That sordid character running about. Yeah. The barkeep is one of possibly my favorite character, just the way he's very, I don't know. Let's ask about the fruit machine. Yeah, I know, right? Weird, huh? Yeah, see, wizards. The wizards sold this poor barkeep a fruit machine. Uh, I don't even know what the lorry is or how high they are, so I thought it may have been damaged. And then Simon just plugged in into what? Yeah. So that's that. That was just one of those small conversation pieces that makes me think that the just generally the wizards in this universe, they have the ability to travel between dimensions, and some wizards brought back a fruit machine for whatever reason. All right, let's ask about Sorted. Very little. Generally keeps himself to himself. Just boosted my trade tenfold though. Alrighty. Well, how is he doing that? It's a long story. Take over the world. Yeah, I know. A story as old as time itself, right? Um, all of them seeing themselves as the savior of the world. Yeah, so, yep, adventurers coming through here for a drink. Pretty normal, right? And not one has been seen again. So, And this right here is about the most British of all statements or responses. It's like, I don't see what the big deal is. He don't bother us, we don't bother him. No big deal. He's a little power crazy, but he keeps to himself. That's a very British response. Yeah, let's do this one. I come from another dimension. As I said, we get all sorts in here. Alrighty. We'll talk to him again later. But anyway, we got some good information, right? So that we know that Calypso's, well, we know that Calypso's gone, but no one else appears to know that. And Sorted wants to take over the world. Calypso kind of overlooked that in his. See, this guy is not interactable. This guy is not, but these are nubile Valkyries. They do have some some useful information that we can glean from a conversation with you. Oh yeah, the first round here of the conversation, Simon does not say anything appropriate. Let's just do this one. Get out of here. All right. So let's talk to him again. And I think this one here is the one that we have to choose if they if we want them to actually talk to us. Okay, let's ask them about Sorted. See what they have to say. That's why we're here, actually. Yeah, these two ladies are barbarians, and the wastelands of Kring. Wedgie the Merciless. Forgot about that one. Death Fields of Doom. Yeah. Dark Hordes of Kalish. Save the world. Again. So yeah, apparently these two ladies are some pretty, I guess they're renowned barbarians. We don't really know. Let's see. There's something else they say I think that's useful. Let's use this one. Like most of these questions are just useless. I think we have to ask them this one. It's a pretty gutsy question, Simon. Oh, there we go. How are you planning on getting into the tower? Well, brute force has never failed us in the past, but if that fails, then we've heard that the druid may be able to help. Aha. So, I think that's kind of the key of this whole kind of nonsensical conversation with these ladies is that we will need the druid to help us get into the tower. I think that everything else that we could ask has no bearing on helping us progress through the game, if you know what I mean. Like how would you prevent? Oh boy. Now, even though they are allegedly, I killed my first goblin when I was 4. And we liberated our first city when we were 7. For some reason, in my mind, so the barkeep sounds like this, even though I can't reproduce what my head's, what's in my head, like this Scottish, like this deep Scottish accent. But for some reason, my head assigned this lady with the whatever type of braid ponytail this is, with a very motherly kind of a voice, and I assigned this lady a very like harsh New York accent for whatever reason. Don't know why. Anyway, so despite everything that these ladies do tell us during the conversation, they don't go anywhere during the game. They just sit here and drink and flirt with this young man on the other end of the table. And where do you get your armor? And I remember the first time I played it, I was kind of worried that this game was on a timer or that how many heroic deeds have you done then? We're second in the Barbarian Tag Team First Division. And still in the running for the Dismembered Orc Trophy. Anyway, so it made me think doing this conversation that, oh, dang. So I'm kind of competing with these two barbarian ladies that that also are going to defeat Sorted. So I gotta hurry. But no, that's not how it is. You have plenty of time. Orc's blood and troll brains. That's amazing. And goblin flakes and orc's eyesight. I'm sick. Oh, alright. And then if you say this, I think they tell us to, like, get a grip or something. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for the conversation. So all of that just to glean that we need the druid to help us out. Now we're going to go into this next part of the tavern, and we're going to eavesdrop on the wizards that Calypso told us about. But they won't help us out easily. So we're just going to kind of listen to them here. Do you have a bit of sulfate on it? It worked for me. And most of the stuff here that they say still to this day, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know if anybody is supposed to know what they're talking about. I kind of think that most of this conversation that you overhear is supposed to be nonsensical, because like right now they're talking about Calypso, um, but you have to stay for several minutes. I think this conversation and it never is all it's never the same. It's these segments of conversations that are like in a random order, and then when we're all done with each conversation segment in the random order, then finally it restarts. So now they're talking about the staff and bickering about the detector thingy. So anyway, apparently there's a staff that they're trying to find. And then they go into talking about to Twitter the sparrows. Like, what does that even mean? I don't know. And I've never bothered looking it up, to be honest. So that might be on me. But seriously, a lot of this just sounds very nonsensical. It's like we got to Twitter the sparrows. The short man said it was important. Like what? It doesn't sound much like sparrows, are they? And then here's another random segment that starts. Uh, oh, I think we're all winds. And you can lose your hat in the wind. And then just such random things. Uh, gives you a nasty rash. Where did this game come from anyway? The short man with the strange eyes gave it. Oh, we didn't have to pay for it. Nice man, though, as I recall. Very clever with his walk, wasn't it? His walk. That thing looked really sharp. So his confused friend he was always on about. Yes, what's called confusion or something. So I'm pretty sure it's obvious that they're talking about Confucius. And I think that the game they're playing is one that he invented. I don't know what it is, but it's one of those ancient like Chinese tile games. Um, so I don't know. And here they start on another random conversation segment, and this doesn't have anything to do with it. They're talking about, the winds again, which is part of the game. That's stupid if you ask me. Nor is China or building the Great Wall of China to keep out demons. Demons can fly, everyone knows that. Maybe it's a magical wall. I suppose it could be. Doesn't look magical though. Seems us knocking it down like this. Quaint rural village according to the guide. Okay, now they're going back to talking about something relevant. Sordid was last seen in this area. Huh. Hope we don't run into him. That's put me right off my beer. This guy, I remember Sordid at Circle. Rightly like. Oh, glad to get rid of him. The Red Wizard's awesome. Okay, time for another game. Okay, I think. Have we listened to everything? Yep. Okay, so now we've listened to all the different conversation segments, and they can, like I said, be in any given order. So you just sit through all of them until they repeat something you've already seen them say. Um, and that would be, if you're playing the first time through, just try and let's see. Let's do the first one. Oh wait, what is it? Let's do this one. What's this game you're playing? They don't tell us because they immediately try to pretend to be country bumpkins. We be crop. Rotating main be. Ooh ah, that would be. Baint be. Oh man, yeah. They try to pretend not to be wizards, even though they're dressed like wizards and everything. An organic parsnip. Oh, you're sure you're not wizards? Really, guys? Born in wholemeal bread? Yeah, right. Are you saying we be fakes, like? Yep. What makes you think we're wizards anyway, like? All right, we'll just go through them all. Um, so we can use all of the arguments in the world, but we have to use the answer that breaks the fourth wall to get them to finally drop the disguise. But we'll do the other ones just for the purpose of just doing them. It's part of the fun of the game. That's half of the fun of this game was just seeing how Simon interacts with the NPCs, what the NPCs say, some of the humor, the snarkiness that Simon exchanges with the NPCs and the characters in the game. I blame the parrots. Yeah, you can do all of them, but you have to do the one that there's only one that works. When I move my mouse pointer over you, it says wizards. Oh, fair enough, I suppose. Disguise is off, lads. And that's that, right? Uh, let's see. I don't think it matters what we ask them. Let's say I want to be a wizard, because if we ask about Sorted or Calypso, I think they just say something like, "We're not sharing that with you." um, you. I think either way, yeah, they brush us off, and then we have to talk to them again. My dear boy, you can't just jump into wizardry just like that. It requires years of study. Come back next century when you're older. Okay, let's talk to him again. I'll do anything to be a wizard. I think you have to do this one because if you do, I think 1 and 3, I think they shoo you off again. Anything. Well, you could do us a little favor. You see, all new wizards must perform a service to the circle before being properly invested. Isn't that right, brothers? Yeah, yes, certainly, yeah. Yep, that's right. Right, absolutely. Eh? The red wizard's like, what? Just name it and I'll do it. Yeah, so they're gonna have us do their footwork to find this magical staff that they're looking for that we overheard them talking about. So, well, what does it look like then? 6 feet tall with a crystal sphere on one end. I think on the box art they show Simon holding the staff, even though you never actually get to use it in the game. It's kind of sad. Where is it? Naflin the Necromancer. Alright. Tricky types, those necromancers. Always messing about with embalming fluid and giblets. Tight-fisted soul was probably buried with it. And then I get made a wizard, right? Right? We'll invest you on the spot. All right, that sounds great. So now we've been given the task of finding the staff. And these guys also do not move. They just stay here the entire game. So yeah, we don't have to worry about them leaving. There's no timer on finding the staff. There's no timer on defeating Sorted because these gals, they stay here. Let's see. I think this takes us back to the other part of town, right? That we've already been in. So we will Okay, yeah. Alrighty, let's go ahead and exit town, and we'll explore the forest a little bit. Get out into the big, wide open world. Alrighty. I do really like the I guess the outside world, in particular, like the forest, um, even better than the town. It's just like, man, the attention to detail that they put in this game, and it wasn't too much either. It was, I feel very tastefully and appropriately done. Even to this day, I just think back and like, wow, this was really good. Let's see, let's come down here. The pathing on the forest is okay, yeah, here's the guy we're looking for. So here is Bruno the Barbarian. This poor gentleman looks like he's got something wrong with his foot. Let's, shall we talk to him? Yeah, what appears to be the problem? I think if you say these three, like you hurt his feelings or something and he stops talking to you, so I think you have to do this one. This thorn, I got it stuck in my foot and I can't get it out. Well, Uh, let's do this one. How you survive with such a near fatal wound? Like Simon, that's obviously the courage of the bear that prevents me from passing out. Okay, let's have a look at it then. Soon have this out. Might sting a bit. Ooh, yeah, he just yanked that bed. That's a big thorn. Holy cow. Oh, yeah. I'd be worried about pulling it out myself too. Oh, hey, thanks. If you ever need any help, just blow it and I'll be there. All right, you got it. What a nice guy. He's a nice guy. All right, let's go back up this way. It's got something stuck in the end of it. Oh. I can't remember why we need these matches. Um, I'll remember. I'll remember when we get there. Oh, the owl, that's right. Excuse me, boy? Yeah. I can't quite remember. Never mind. Now, the owl actually is, excuse me. Um, oh, it's you again. Have you remember what it was you wanted yet? Wanted? Did I want something? What did I want? I don't know, you couldn't remember. Nonsense. I can, remember. Remember everything. I'm a wise owl. Just not very good with words. And the way his eyes just roll around his head like that. All right, let's ask for some hints. So the owl is actually a very good source of information for the game as well, but you have to kind of deal with the idiosyncrasies that come with him. No, no, you're your name. Simon? That's it, yes, sir. Um, how did you know my name? The stars told me. I'm an idiots. Hey, be nice, Simon. Smart aleck little kid. Remember, he's 12 years old. Um, he's a 12-year-old, so he's gonna have a mouth on him. Well, What astrological advice can you give me? Advice? Oh, yes, yes, advice. I have some advice. Yes. Dragons are almost the same as an elephant. For the moment, yes. So anyway, you can come back here and he can be very helpful if you get stuck with something. um, because he helps you um, connect things that you might not have thought of. Um, let's see if I'm only going to do a couple of these. Let's see if he gives us a good one or two. Very rare things can be found in their mountains. Thanks a lot. Let's do one more. So, I'm ready to be enlightened again. Let's see what he has to say. He's kind of like the in-game hint book. There's a magic ring in the river. Okay, that's cool. Now that one's actually very important. Okay, let's pick up that feather that he dropped. But I'm not sure how many clues that he gives you, but I remember him being instrumental in helping me connect a couple of clues together that I was having a hard time with in my first attempt to beat the game. Alrighty, let's continue to explore the forest. Ooh, crossroads. Alright. Let's go this way first. A little, what would that be? A ravine, a gorge? Hey, look, it's a stag. Running back into the forest. Look at that scenery. That's just gorgeous. That's gorgeous for 1993. Ah, so here we go. This is the stone table. And if we look at it, look at it. Used for the sacrificing of shaved lions. So a little nod to C.S. Lewis and his Chronicles of Narnia, particularly the second book, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But that's all. There's nothing else. Oh dear. What is that, a kestrel? It was just taking the mouse back to its family for a birthday party it was late to. Anyway, so let's go up to this branch of the crossroads. Oh yes, here we are. I remember this guy. Caution, paleontological digging process. Let's look at the hole. There's a strange man digging down there. Well, let's talk to that strange man. Hello? Is there anybody down there? Nobody but us chickens. What do we want to say? Why have you dug a hole in the middle of the forest? Did we get a permit? Are you some sort of sewage worker? How about this one? Let's just ask him the obvious. Do you not know who I am? Let's see. You're adding to your interesting rock collection. Let's do that one. Not bad. I am the famous Dr. Von Jones. The famous who? You can't fool me. Especially since let's just do, yeah, let's do this one. You can't fool You're a paleontologist. Yeah, especially since I am the most famous paleontologist in the world. The missing link between man and vegetable. Dan Quayle. So this is a reference to, I think this was when Dan Quayle was vice president, but anyway, I think he made a gaffe in which he misspelled potato, in which setting it made it known to basically the entire world. And everybody from that point onward thought less of Dan Quayle's intelligence because he couldn't spell the word potato right. Anyway, I'm Simon, not Philistine. Let's see. Let's do this one. And you reckon you're gonna find it down that hole? I'm looking for fossils, my boy. They are the key to this mystery. You haven't seen any lying around, have you? Nope. Nah. Be sure to let me know. Okay. Please go now. There's a new seam of very promising rock strata. Oh dear. Don't want to bother you. Alright, so he wants us to find him a fossil. We've come to the dwarf mine, which marks the center of the forest. Yeah, paper. Let's pick that paper up. Let's see. Let's look at it. It's a shopping list addressed to the shopkeeper in town. It's a feather. Okay, yeah, we really haven't collected a whole bunch. I don't think we can open these doors. And we can't knock on them. Yeah. Not that we would really want to go in. Okay, let's pick that rock up. Now this rock is very important. Oh look, there's a word written on it. Well, let's look at it. Has the word beer chalked on it. Alright. We won't go in the dwarf mine yet, because, let me think. I don't think we have everything we need. Yeah, we don't have everything we need. I like to do the dwarf mine one-stop shopping style, and we need more items that are not yet available to us. Alright, going down into this cave here. And, oh, the Swampling's house. Let's go ahead and, yeah, come up here. Okay, let's, I'd better knock. This scene. Knock, knock. Oh, the poor Swampling looks so depressed. Ah. Hello? Anybody home? Hello. It is so nice to have person come visit me. Hiya. I am so pleased. Don't have politics. I think I've got the wrong house. Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Swampling. Oh, it's your birthday. Oh, it comes to so. God, can't help but feel sorry for the poor little guy. Ouch, that's rude, Simon. We're not gonna say that. It's your birthday? I'd love to stay and chat, but I'm on an important quest. Let's do this one actually. And then I think he says something about a guilt trip, and then we go back, and then, oh, poor little Swampling. I feel a serious, yeah, guilt trip coming on. All right, well, if we better get rid of that guilt and go back in and join him. Hey, you come back. Uh, I don't think it matters what you say. I think he says the swampling says the same thing. Let's just do the first one. I had important business. Everyone comes back after smelling swamp stew. That's it. Yeah, I'm sure we do. I bring special birthday stew. Yeah, I'm sure everyone comes back. Hang on. I didn't agree to. Friend, I give my friend special swamp stew. Ancient and secret recipe handed down from swampling to swampling. What's in this stuff? Ancient secret recipe. Can't tell secret ingredients. Except one. Swamp mud, very important ingredient. Oh, gross. You expect me to eat this? Well, no one likes swamp cooking. Hours making stew. Ugh. If it makes you any happier, I'll eat just stew. Goody! Yeah, I'm very pleased with this batch. Extra wood louse. Oh, ugh. That just makes me blanch. Hey, sorry, Simon. It's the game. You're the main character of the game. You've got to eat the swamp stew. Sorry. Yep, just down it quick. Oh, he just barfs. Uh, Plenty more for friend. Let's see. Please have mercy. It doesn't matter what you say here. I think he does the same thing. It good for you. Oh no. So we can either leave, or eat, or we can put the stew in our specimen jar, which we will save for later. Nasty. It's a good thing that jar seals, otherwise it would make our hat smell awful. Plenty more for friend. No more for me, thanks. I'm stuffed. Even though you barfed out the first bowl. Eat up. It good for you. Now, sadly, we do have to eat the second bowl if we want the swampling to leave. Not again. So if you eat the second bowl, but then if you try to make him eat the third bowl, oh, gross. Then Simon will just outright say no and leave. Oh no, I've run out of stew. Oh, drat. Such a shame. I'm so sorry. I'll just go collect ingredients to make more. Yeah, that's what we want. Hey, nice hat. I love the bucket with obvious like mud caked on the top of it and on the outside. Okay. Alrighty, so we'll come back here because the swampling once again doesn't return. There's no timer on anything really. So you can take your leisurely time to go places, solve problems, solve puzzles, all that stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep going up here. Oh, gruesome statue. Looks very lifelike. A statue of a really ugly barbarian. Oh shoot, we don't have the metal detector. A solid stone statue of a wizard. Alright, that's fine. We'll get it later. And then we can come a little later and we can come back. He's in a deep sleep. Well, If I could find a way to knock it over, I could get across the chasm. Alrighty, so let's use our map for the first time. Okay, yeah, I thought so. So the sleeping giant does give us a landmark that we can use. So let's go to the center of the forest. And then I think if we come down this path, this is where the woodcutter lives, right? Yeah, the depressed woodcutter. I should have known this would happen. All right, let's talk to him. Excuse me. Yeah? Tell me what ails you, woodcutting person. It's not worth it. I may as well accept the future fate has planned for me. My life is in ruins. And for whatever reason, Simon is trying to be over cheerful to compensate for his depressed attitude. Let's do number 4. Even if it were, I'd be scratched by the thorns. What did I do to deserve? Yeah, he's a pretty big Debbie Downer. But, I mean, yeah, let's do the first one. Trees are my problem. The big hot brown things with green bits. I thought woodcutters were problems for trees. Yeah, fair question. Not these trees around here. What's so special about these trees? So they're magically protected. The blows of my axe just bounce off. Were you holding the axe the right way around? Why don't you just go back to a normal forest then? I can't afford. Oh, okay, that's fair. Like a real woodcutter's paradise in the brochure. Except no one else came here. You must feel like... let's ask him that one. Do you know how much those things cost? Of Milrith. Milrith? It's an anagram of mithril. I love that. It's also the hardest metal known to man. Well, oh, there you are. Problem solved. Yeah, no problem. Milrith is incredibly rare. I don't even know anyone that's even seen it. Well, I can't cook meat. What about the dwarves? If you want mithril, dwarves is fine. But those stunty buggers don't know anything about Milrith. Oh, that's funny. Did it do any good? Oh, well, now who's being snarky, Mr. Woodcutter? Okay, yeah, I'll take it. So another random item from another dimension. Okay, so all right, let's go back to the center of the forest. Oh wait, no, let's go back to the sleeping giant because this screen right here, I believe, is where we use the mithril or the metal detector. Because as the owl said, very rare things can be found in the mountains. And what is more rare than Milrith? Alright, here we go. Being very careful. Whoa! Oh, gut check. That hurts. Alright, I think Simon says, yeah, I've already found the Millwraith. Okay, so we just have to leave that there. And then let's go back to center of the forest. Okay, we've taken all of the paths. So let's go over this way. Yep, there we go. Yeah, and let's talk to Mr. Von Jones. What is it now? Hey, wait a minute. Why is it that, I think did we miss something? Sleeping Giant. Or maybe we just haven't gotten to where is it? I thought there was a rock in one of these screens. Isn't there a rock here or there? Maybe we have to get past the Sleeping Giant. Yeah, I think we have to get past the Sleeping Giant. Because there's a rock with a fossil in it. We take the rock with the fossil back to the blacksmith. The blacksmith smashes the rock to reveal the fossil. Then we throw the fossil to Dr. Von Jones. And we kind of tell him a little fib saying, "Oh, I found it. I found stuff. It's up in the mountains where my metal detector is." Okay, yeah. So we're not there yet. Okay, this is actually probably a good breaking point. Um, and let's see. Do we want to go back to the center of the forest? We'll figure it out later. Anyway, so let's go ahead and save our game. Here's the map. Okay, maybe not. Let's just exit, I guess. Use the postcard and save our game. Yeah, we'll just do that. Overwrite that one. Alrighty. So in our next episode, we will continue to explore the outside world in this parallel dimension. Well, I don't even know what the world is called. And we will continue to figure out what we need to do to find Calypso, rescue him, and probably find that druid, and whatever else is going on in this world. So, until our next episode, so long for now.